I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up button real hard. And make sure you subscribe to Comic Movie Marks.
And also click that little bell for all of the notifications.
Whee!
Always remember,
If Trailer Trash can do it,
anyone can do it.
hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
Today we are going to talk about the all-important Aquaman movie screenings. Yes, that's right. We are going to talk some bullshit about people who said that they saw Aquaman and they gave their opinion. So that's what we're talking about today.
We got some tweets by some fucking no-name motherfuckers talking about how there were some test screenings for Aquaman. I can't do it. I can't do it like Jeremy Irons. The Aquaman.
Right. Apparently, some early test screenings were held in San Fernando Valley. There it is, California.
Today, Junior?
Secondhand reactions then showed up on Twitter, I guess meaning that the people who saw the video couldn't say any, or saw the movie couldn't say anything. So they said, this is what I thought about it. And then someone else said, oh, this is what I heard. And then they fucking posted on Twitter. Friend of a friend kind of thing. So take it for what it's worth.
Sounds legit. Let's talk about it as if it was true. We have Christopher Mark. I hear it's good, not great. And that's all we can hope for in the end. I'll take it. 'Cause in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I don't know. I can't remember how it goes. I was going to start doing the little rhythm, but I fucking forgot. Rest in peace. Yeah. Steven Weintraub posted, guess which upcoming superhero movie test screened last night in the San Fernando Valley. Heard good things, ... and then shows a little picture of Aquaman. It was a GIF.
Sure in the fuck wasn't the Predator. That shit looks like garbage. Like, god damn it. I hate to go off on a tangent here, but that's what we do. But that last trailer for the Predator, why is Eminem? You know, I don't mind Eminem. He's gotten old and pointless and irrelevant now, but I still listen to his old shit. But why is Eminem doing a hip-hop track for the fucking Predator? Does anybody explain that to me? That made no fucking sense. It's the Predator. Why is there fat beats in the background? Yeah, I said it. I'm old and white and fat, but I said it. Fat beats. Why is there that kind of shit going on in this trailer? It made no sense. It was a terrible song. Now there's fucking Predator dogs. What the fuck?
Please.
We'll talk about Aquaman.
Someone is excited for Predator being released later this month, I believe.
Middle in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So there we go. We'll be first in line for that one.
Maybe.
And then this tweet was one of the most intriguing to me. The GWWs, I have no fucking idea what that means. Casey Walsh at The Comics Kid says Aquaman is a Phase 1 MCU film through and through. So if you like those, you'll love it. If you didn't, you probably won't get that much enjoyment out of Aquaman. And then posted a GIF of Black Manta. So I thought this was really intriguing. Not sure what Casey Walsh is trying to say, I guess, if it's good or bad. Matt and I have talked about this. We feel that the Phase 1 of the MCU are some of the more stronger films. They can stand on their own. The comedy is spaced out right. There's some weight to them. Yeah, they're building, and some of them are a little bit more basic. But if you look at fucking Iron Man 1, Captain America: First Avenger, Incredible Hulk, those ones are fantastic films that you can go all the way back to. And we ranked most of them, maybe not First Avenger, but we ranked definitely Iron Man up there as one of the top MCU films.
It was the top. It was our number one. Unanimous number one was Iron Man in our ranking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know. I guess it kind of depends. I'm obviously still waiting to see, but if it is what Casey Walsh says, and this is a Phase 1 MCU film, I think I might enjoy it.
I think what he means by it is because the Phase 1s are obviously a majority of the origin movies for the main Avengers cast. So I think he's pretty much saying it's going to be a fairly straightforward origin type-ish movie. Maybe something like Thor or Captain America, First Avenger, somewhere around there. And I think that's what he's trying to get at. But who knows? I mean, to compare it, again, they have to keep comparing it to the MCU. I don't know why. Can it be compared to Batman Begins? Let's try that one. Maybe Blade.
Right, exactly.
Is it more like Blade?
I don't know how much this is going to be like an origin film, since Aquaman is somewhat already established. But I do get that comparison. First thing that came in my mind was kind of the way that the first MCU, the Phase 1 MCU films are kind of structured. They're a little bit different, have some comedy in it, which I'm sure this one will, but it's not so comedy heavy. And and there's a little bit of weight, and it's an origin film, so I'm sure it's going to be a pretty straightforward
origin
film.
It's going to go back and forth. I mean, we've already been introduced to Aquaman. So, also, by the way, when it comes to screenings, test screening reactions, if you will, they suck ass, and test audience don't know what the fuck they like. Don't forget, back in November 7th of 2017, there was articles going around, Justice League test screening reactions similar to Wonder Woman.
No.
Right. Yeah, because those movies are so close.
Not even fucking close. I actually just rewatched Wonder Woman today. It's like a fine wine. It gets a little bit better every time.
Yeah. This is a fantastic movie.
So after talking about Justice League, speaking of shitty movies, let's talk about Infinity War. No, Infinity War is fine. It's a decent movie, but we got called out in the comments saying that when we discussed Batman vs. Superman or Man of Steel in some sense, and we keep talking about how the conversation about those movies continue to this day, even though they're one's 2 and one's 5 years old. But people, and we said no one's talking about Infinity War. And he said everybody's still talking about Infinity War, or she, whatever it was, that everybody is talking about Infinity War.
Don't assume genders now, Matt, asshole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I hear what happens when you do that. Anyway, so
surprise,
surprise, motherfucker. Anyway, yeah, because you look at the blonde hair and you come up from behind, and then you think you got something. And it's, man,
one too many times.
That was a bad day at the office. Anyway,
He found Captain Winky!
so we were told that everybody's still talking about Infinity War. The discussion rages on about Infinity War and what it meant. I kind of said everybody's forgot about Infinity War at this point. It seems now everybody's already moved on to what could happen in Avengers 4. I don't know. That's how I see it. I keep seeing what characters are going to still be alive in Avengers 4. What's going to happen with this in Avengers 4? How is this going to happen in Avengers 4? How is everybody going to come back to life in Avengers 4? Because everybody knows they're going to come back to life. Most of them are anyway. So I kind of I don't know. Where's the discussions about Infinity War? I don't see much. But some people might think we don't follow MCU stuff at all, but we do. We have a couple pages that we follow on Instagram, MCU stuff, and accurate, MCU on Instagram has a fantastic debate going on right now about Infinity War. Why are you laughing, Shane?
It's very intriguing. It's very important to the story of Infinity War. It's a fantastic debate. Kind of along the lines of should a Superman exist? It's great stuff.
Yeah, it transcends the comic book genre, really. It does. But he put, did you know? Thanos has purple blood in the MCU, while he has red blood in the comics.
Right.
What? I can't believe it. 35,000 likes. Wow, blows me away.
Oh, yes it does, my friend. Yes it does. So here comes the great debate. He has red blood in the comics, purple blood in the MCU. But does he? Well, that's the question that everybody in this comment section was arguing about. I thought Tony made him bleed red. Do you bleed? You will. And then somebody puts colorblind people commenting here. Skater Boy Zine, when Tony made him bleed, it was red. He has red blood only. Didn't you see when Iron Man hit him on the face? Oh.
Did you know everybody has purple? I love how someone put, which this is a fantastic point. I'm curious what this the picture of the comic is from, because they put, why is Wasp in a bikini on all fours on Thanos anyway? Because in the picture it shows a picture of Thanos, and then Wasp is on the corner, just, or on his shoulder, all bent over. It's fucking weird. I don't know. It's random.
And well, you see the bubble. It says interesting as his heart's getting ripped out. So these people argue that you're colorblind. You're an idiot. This is the worst page ever. Like, there is so many comments on here about how terrible this motherfucker is for saying this. And then people arguing back. The great debate. The great debate. Even when he has a picture of Thor's axe, the Stormbreaker axe, sitting there covered in purple blood, people still argue that it's red. They still argue it's red. One person put in the comments that he changed the colorization of the picture, and that's why it looks purple.
Oh my gosh.
This was great. This is great. This has been really made me laugh.
Well, technically, your blood does look purple in certain instances, says Josiah_little.
Mind blown right there. So this was just funny. I found this the great debate over what color Thanos' blood is. If you go back and look when Gamora stabs him in the artificial idea, whatever, when he's using the Reality Stone, she stabs him, his blood's purple. When Thor hits him with the axe and the axe falls in the video, I watched it, it's purple. I think people really misunderstand that color of Titan. The colorization, the saturation of the color they put into that. That's why he looked pink in the trailers. Like, people were like, he's supposed to be purple. Why does he look pink? And people were bitching about it's the way the planet looks, and it's the way he looks on the planet. So the blood, when it and the colorization and the grading that they're using, yeah, when he gets kicked in the face, it does look a little red. It does look a little red because the planet's fucking red. Like, it's just how it's set up. It's just what it is. Maybe he's just got blood in the face. I think someone did say that. Maybe he's got purple and red blood. I think somebody did say that in the comments. I wish I could find it. So this was great. And we just wanted to give Infinity War its chance. And put down in the comment section what you think color Thanos' blood was, even though it's purple.
Yeah, exactly. What color is the dress? See, people still are talking about Infinity War.
That's right. That stupid fucking dress. That's right. That stupid fucking dress from that thing. God damn it. It was black and fucking blue, people.
Or was it purple? Or was it red? We'll never know.
It's gold and white. How the fuck do you see gold and white? God damn. What the hell is wrong with your eyes? See, and then they wonder. Oh, my girlfriend thought it was gold and white, and she just yelled from that.
That's pretty funny.
And they say they're not putting chemicals in the water. I don't.
You know, on another Infinity War note, I was debating on when I was gonna tell this story. So I figured, I guess now during the Aquaman thing is probably the most appropriate. But when I recently watched Infinity War, showed it to my kids for the first time. They didn't go see it in theater with me. Because I'm too cheap and just wanted to buy the one seat. But so we watched it at home, and they were asking some questions as kind of how, you know, the movie played out. They haven't seen everything in the MCU. They're 13 and 12. And I thought it was so hilarious because one of the biggest plot holes to me, my 12-year-old noticed, like right there at the beginning of the movie, or relatively at the beginning of the movie, when they're fighting Doctor Strange, and he's like, you know, manipulating everything, and he's like kind of teleporting and stuff, and all of a sudden they teleport through, and I think it's one of Thanos' children reaches his arm through and it gets cut off. My 12-year-old goes, why don't they just do that to Thanos? and I just kind of start laughing, like, yeah, exactly. And he's just serious as shit. He's like, okay, I see what they're doing. They need to get the Infinity Gauntlet. Why don't they just do that? I'm like, yeah, why don't they just do that? So I thought it was so fucking hilarious that a 12-year-old was like, well, that's stupid. And then he's even heard me talk about Spider-Man, the upcoming Spider-Man movie. And he's like, he was confused about that. He's like, well, wait a minute, if Spider-Man dies, then how is he in this next one? I'm like, well, exactly. So it made me laugh. I don't know if he had coffee, but his brain was working that night when we were watching Infinity War.
Other than that, any other time he doesn't even notice when the light turns on. But this time he fucking nailed it.
Exactly. He's just like constantly, you know, it's all about Fortnite and all the shit that the millennial kids are talk about nowadays, but he was on it. He was on it. He was making me laugh. I'm like, yeah, exactly. So there it is.
And you
Infinity War
DC fanboys say Marvel movies are made for children. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Even children outsmart it.
Right? He's like, wait a minute.
Bunch of DC assholes with their comments. Anyway. Wow, this episode just devolved into nothing. Fucking A.
On that note.
In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Whee! Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. You're one of very few to make it to the end.
Yes, thank you very much.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Comic Movie Marks Podcast and hit the notification bell. You know, all these fucking YouTube channels say this shit, so I'm going to say it now.
Yes, it's perfect. And if you want to hear our full podcast, you can check out our podcast on iTunes or any other podcast subscription service.
Make sure you subscribe. Thanks again.
Yo!